So here's a look at it. I actually made this out of the Razor Leaf, so I feel like it sort of fits that ship. Anyways, let's take it apart. We'll start at the front. Cockpit. Okay, cockpit. Now, let's get these guns off of here. There's 2 of them on each equipment plate. See that? Oh, just kidding. Oh, these are higher power, so I could only have up to 3, so I went with 2. It's on the Razorcrest, there's not a 3rd gun there. But anyways, better ship part flips lets you flip this equipment plate sideways or upside down. So there is that and that. These Tayo pieces to give it the roundness. Now this, another better ship part flips hack here. You can flip an equipment plate upside down, and that's where I put my missiles. Okay, and so there's that Hope Tech piece and these 2 Tayo pieces. When we put it back together, you'll see that makes that round shape on the front. Now this went like right here. This habitat connects to that. Okay, that's that cockpit. Okay, right underneath that was a 1x1 habitat with the Docker. That's where your Docker went. Okay, moving on back. Let's take these wings off. So these are Dark Star. If you download the Dark Star mod, you'll be able to access these engines as well as a bunch of other parts, and you'll be able to access all of your parts from one ship editing section in the Dark Star ship editor. So now here is the tricky part, these wings. Alright, so check this out. These are here for shape, like totally unnecessary, but it just makes it look a little bit nicer there. Okay, now this is again better ship part flips, gave us that. Then we've got this Shroud bracer. Pop that off. Let's take that off. Let's take that, take that, take that. Now look at all these little pieces right here. That's a cargo hold. This is a tiny fuel tank with a ton of fuel. And then this is a itty bitty, come on, shield right there. What do we got here? Hyperdrive, that's our grav drive. So there's a grav drive, fuel, cargo, shield, reactor, all right there. All just hidden in the right side wing. These come from the Star Wars ships. So if you download Din Djarin's ship, or if you download any of those Star Wars ships, they're going to come with these super tiny parts. You'll be able to use those in your ships. Okay, so here's from Derrerech. These slopes are from Derrerech. Alright, so what I did to get this the right way, because this is not a normal snap point where this is at right here, and that's what the engine snaps onto. But first, order of operations matters. So first, you do your landing gear. Then, well actually, before I show you all that, let me go ahead and take apart the middle so y'all can see what's in the middle. Just a Deimos belly, big ol' habitat, another Deimos belly, smaller habitat, and then to line up with those Deimos bellies, you've got your landing bay. Alright? So I'm just going to press the back button and get all that back where it was, so y'all can see that. Alright, so, and when you're building this, just like pause the video at any point, you know, if you're putting something together. So I went with the landing gear first, then I took the sideways Deimos piece from Better Ship Part Flips. I also have Better Ship Part Snaps and Easier Ship Building. Both are installed. 2 separate mods. Alright, so that goes there. Highlight your ship with left bumper, press A. Snapped it in place. Let's get this upside down one. Right there. Boom. Now you think you're done, right? You're not done, because the engine is not snapping. If you snap the engine onto this, it sits too high. See, we want it right there. That's a much cleaner line than that garbage right there. But we need a snap point for it. So let's do this. Let's put this here. Just drop it. Now highlight your ship and press A. Now see how that put that right there? That's still too high. Okay, that's on the actual habitat. That's snapped on there. See how that went up a half step? Now do that again. Down a half step. That's where we need it. So let's delete that, delete that. That's where we want this piece right there. This is called offsetting. There we go. You see how that made that line up perfectly with the bottom of this and the top of this. Just such a clean line on these wings. That's why I wanted to share this with y'all, because this is... I happened upon it by accident. And I was like, oh my gosh, these wings are exactly what I wanted. So here's the build guide. You know, you guys can make it now. So then I just put these there. That sort of just covers up the holes and makes for a cleaner line. It gives you this angle that goes back to the tail, like the Razorcrest has in the show Mandalorian. All right, now moving on. We're putting everything back on. Okay, let's get this back on that engine. The actual Razorcrest is flat on the front, but it's got these intake things. It's got like a hole in the front for intake. So I just put this, you know, this Starfield style. But you could take that off, and honestly, like, that's more accurate to the shape. The only thing is that it's flat on the front. There's no hole there. So to me, it's like, logistically, mechanically, it didn't make sense. So I want that realism. I put that there. There we go. Now this build guide is going to be up. Let me just get my camera right. It's going to be up on Saturday. Okay, I already announced on all the socials, like, you can find it on Saturday. So anyone here, Friday night. Okay, check it out Friday night. There we go. That goes there. Now let's get all these mamma jammas back on there. Oh no. Oh no, don't make it hard on me. There we go, okay. So you just have to set it within one unit. So, like a 1x1 habitat. So if it's closer than that amount of space, it'll just snap to it when you highlight your ship and press A. So like, here we go. Not exactly on, but then I just press left bumper, press A, boom, it snapped. No problem. With everything, every single time, as long as you can get the piece kind of close, then you pull that move. You highlight your ship, you press A. There you go. Everything snapped on there. It didn't take any time at all. Not that hard. Just have to know that one move. Oh my goodness. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. That's not on some new snap point. Okay. Now let's get our habitat. Right up in there. Another hab. Sticking the Docker on the bottom there. Here's our cockpit. Right on the front side. Now let's go ahead and put the weapons. Oh, I'm like way up here. Alright, let me go over. Now you can see a little bit better. Alright, so we're putting these weapons up underneath there. Okay. Then we're going to take this TIO piece. Pop that on there. Take one facing down. And put it in the same place. And then, to get the front filled out, I use the Hope Tech piece here. Right there. So that gives it that round shape. And then last but not least, our big guns. Gun number 1. Gun number 2. If anybody is in the chat, by the way, I am not in chat right now, just because I'm doing a build guide. But just to let y'all know. There it is. Razorcrest. Completely built out. I'm just going to cancel modification, so I've got it. I don't want the ladders moving around on me. I'm not really sure what sort of hijinks might go on if I make any modification to the ship, because I like the ladders where they are now. Alright, so we got an aft side entrance right into that 1x1 habitat with our Docker, leading up into a 1x1 airlock for the cockpit. So here you go. Basically, you got both entrances right here. You can shut this door, and you've got access to entrance, exit, and cockpit. You can maneuver the vehicle. You can get out and get in. You don't have to go to the rest of the ship. Then once you open the door, you've got a living space. This is actually an empty control hab. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. We've got our kitchen upstairs. Got some sleeping areas. We got a bathroom. Here's our doctor on board. Hey, lady. Alright, yeah, so plenty of space. I haven't decorated it yet, but I'm super excited for this one because I like the layout. And we'll take it up into space and look at it, and then I will cut this stream and I'll record it, and it'll be uploaded to the YouTube as a build guide by Saturday. There we go, Mandalorian. I like these engines on these wings. I like this layout. Yeah, we got that rear profile perfect right there. I mean, that's what you want, right? In flight, this looks like the Razorcrest. Even the cockpit, because it's the Hope Tech cockpit, so it's like the closest thing to that windshield he has. Alright, weapons, right trigger. Left trigger's got the guns. Let's see if I can get a photo of it. Trying to get like right when it fires. Gosh, it's hard. Yeah, it's those two cannons. And then we got micro nukes. Very colorful array of weapons coming at you. We're faster than the missiles we shoot. It's all Dark Star parts. Get Dark Star, get easier ship building, get better ship part snaps, better ship part flips, and then that's it. Oh, and Matilija and Derrerech. Derrerech for these wing parts.